Hello pirates, I'm going to have a look at the level 100 raid target and give you a walkthrough on some of the things I've managed to figure out with it. So I will stack my fleet up. Now these ships here, they fire an explosive rocket. I am running a crew, I'm running a 1-star Silent Hunters to give me the 10% combat speed, and I find that that crew helps with these because they fire rockets, and with the extra speed most of the rockets will fall behind you. Now they are a splash weapon, so you will be taking a small amount of splash damage. There are Spectres in here which will fire a rather mean torpedo. These fire mortars, but if you have enough Gale 4s on your fleet, I have 8 in total. I have 2 on each regular ship. I don't have any on the flagship because I've gone with a slightly higher evade build on my flagship, which I will show you afterwards. And this heavy ship here, you want to stay out of this target box. It is tied to a super accurate, very painful heavy weapon. Now the heavy ship also has a shorter range concussive Gatling gun, which also does some damage as well. So once you get in range of it, you want to try and kill it as quickly as possible. Now utilize the hulls bonus, which is within 60 range. It reduces your spread on your own weapons, which means that the closer you are, as long as you're in that 60 range, for a certain amount of time it will focus fire. So use that to your advantage. These things here, I tend to keep them at distance. You can see the rockets, a lot of them firing behind me. Now what I'm going to do with this Spectre is I am going to creep up as close to the mountains as I can while keeping its torpedoes blocked. So we've taken care of that one. Now I'm heading for this notch here so I can trigger these 2 ships, and then I want to head here to trigger these 2. As long as you've got at least 8 Gales, you can counter pretty much everything that's on there. And we'll take out these 2 rocket ships and we'll do some damage to that. And what we're going to do is we're going to wait for this Spectre to come to us. We're going to use these 2 land tiles here to block its torpedoes, but we will be able to fire over it, so it's not getting a chance to fire on us. And then I will head up the top and trigger these. I don't want to let the Spectre get in range of me just yet, because I want to try and use the mountains again to shield myself from the torpedoes. So we're getting close and edge out a little bit. You can see it's already firing, and we keep that mountain between us. And if you just edge little by little, you'll be able to fire and take that out without ever getting a chance to fire at us. Now what we're going to do with this is we will head straight for it. I head for this little gap here, so it gives me some turning room, and there goes the shock, and I'm staying in nice and close, and that way it focuses my weapon fire. And that's that target over and done with. and we'll have a look at the damage split. 5% taken, 77% resisted. Nothing evaded, which means that 5% we've taken has come from splash-based weapons. The concussive, it says 0 evaded, but that means the torpedoes never got a chance. 1% taken, which will be off the concussive Gatling gun and the heavy ship, and 17% resisted. And if I hover over that, that is my flagship build. I'm running 70% evade. I don't have any countermeasures on it. I've got all weapons, and I have put a Z cannon on there for 5% speed, so that the flagship speed matches the others. I went with Hyper 30 for the combat speed and the evade. That's all. And 2 and 2 of the explosive and concussive armors. The regulars, 2 Gale 4s. I went with Bushido battery and hydroatomizer nozzle, which gives some concussive reload as well as helpful for the countermeasures. Now I have gone with 3 explosive and 1 concussive, and probably not the wisest move I've made. Not at the moment until I see the larger target. But at the moment, it's not too bad. It seems to have helped somewhat. But I probably may have gone 2 and 2 if I'd known the targets were going to be exactly this way. And the repair time, 13 minutes, which will be instant in dock one way or another. You may end up with a couple of minutes wait on one ship. These targets do seem to be targeting ship 5, which is a bit mean, especially when we've gotten so used to flagships being targeted. But it is what it is, so we have to do what we can. So that is an in-dock repair, and the targets are not too terrible, at least at level 100. I will do some videos on the other targets as soon as I can. So I hope this helps, and good luck.